Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith for Smith in the Black, VTF at T3Live.com here, closing out the year. And before I say Happy New Year, let's say Happy Old Year. How awesome was this? Let's take a look at the charts here. And we got the SPY right now. We're just hovering towards the highs to finish off the year. Let's take a look at the monthly. And so one of the important parts of the year was a lot of people talking about, oh, we're too overbought when we came off the lows, and just saying, oh, we can't keep going. And that's why it's important to look back at the old way back charts to see what you're looking at. And here you can see this large broadening formation, multi-decade consolidation. We got up to the 160, got a little chop here, and after that, off to the races. And so when people were just looking at this and saying we're overbought, we can't go, they forgot to look at all of this stuff in here. One big long consolidation. So if you look at the monthly here, you can see that during the year we only made one lower low off the month, and that was it, testing the top of the triangle here. And after that, no lower lows on the monthly. A beaut. And so if we take a look at the daily part of the year that was, you can see here, like, going into the highs in just this series, perfect series of just walking up. You might remember the Doji death rally here, and so that was a little tough, but for the most part, nice, slow, steady, perfect stuff. If there's any problem, it was a lack of volatility, and maybe we'll get that coming up in the new year. So if we take a look also at the 60-minute SPY, just recently, you can see how it continued the pattern once again here, most recently, and now just testing the top triangle again on a 60, much like the old monthly to finish off the year right near, pert near the highs here. So if we take a look also at the Dow Jones, you can see how that did monthly. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones, not just the diamonds. Here's the Dow Jones. You can see how perfect that was as well. Comes down, lower low, takes out the highs, consolidation here, then expando into new highs. Gotta love that. If you take a look at the QQQ, Q still have some work to do if we're going to go to the highs. We always knew that after the tech bubble, but here we are, and such a nice push. You got the Apple rebound here. And remember, falling apart, now back right into the middle of all this stuff like nothing ever happened. A doji to start off the year on the monthly Apple. So if there was any issues here, because basically the market, you can see, is almost seemingly straight up on a monthly. But like I was saying, one of the issues here was a lack of volatility. As traders, that's what we want, is more the slow, sustained drive, which is fine. But when we saw those the G death areas where it would gap and sit and stuff like that, made it a little rough unless you're trading the VIX products, which, like VXX, we all know and love, having one horrendous year like it usually does. But we would prefer to have a little bit more volatility. So yes, we did have stuff over the course of the year that was nice and screwing. We had the Googster. Goog going out near the highs, real nice there, and unfortunately a lot of that came in a gap off the earnings. And yes, there are some nice days since then, and you had your price lines doing its thing for most of the year. Here, just ripping here in the side month and going up toward the highs, and now cooling off to end off the year. But because we like that volatility, I have to say that the stock of the year, at least in my mind, was Tesla. If we take a look at Tesla, you get to see how clean this monthly chart was. The inside month break, up, up, inside month break, go, go. Then let's pull them in, down, down. Now we're going to start off go in December as an inside month. Once again, when you look at some of these monthly charts, it can really help you when you're looking at even the shorter term stuff, just so you have a bigger perspective on it. Obviously, Tesla day to day was not as clean as this is. But this can also help you when you see a chart this clean to what stocks you might want to be trading, because in general it was up, 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 down, down, up, and that's you can't beat that. If we go take a look at the trannies, new highs for the trannies as well. And if I had to give my nod to one group of the year, that would be the group of the year had to be the airlines. And if you look at Southwest Air, the monthly stuff like that, and the LCC is gone now, and United Airlines, and not just so much for the large gains they had, but as an industry itself. I've been in this business quite a while, and they have always been the whipping boys, as far as I've known. It's like, these guys don't make any money. Well, they got their act together. Airlines start to make money, and a nice rally for the airlines. So for me, the group of the year would be airlines. Now, so coming into the new year, the one group that didn't go here, utilities. And so as far as Dow theory is concerned, We've got our new highs in the transports and the Dow itself. Not so much for the utilities. So to start off the year, really want to watch this consolidation in the utilities to see if it's going to be a down, sideways measured move, or if this slow but steady uptrend is still intact. Give us some more Dow theory, because certainly the anybody with yield wasn't performing as well. We can see this VNQ, the REITs, almost nothing for the year. So to start off, that's one of the things I'm going to be looking at. Another problem we had this year, depending on where you were, is what I like to call the worthless rocks and the really worthless rocks. And that's, of course, I jest, but gold is, and a rough year for gold. And you can see this now attempting to hold support here in the GLD. But for the most part, just a real train wreck outside of a little correction here. And as many of you watch me during the day or listen to some of the recordings I make, we like to watch the inside bars. And just like you look at that Tesla monthly, you can see how clean the gold was most of the year here too. And even going back previous years, if you see the inside bars, you got an inside month here, causing the rally, drops off, inside month continuation, inside month continuation, inside month continuation, inside month reversal, inside month drop. And so chart reliability is important, and you can see it right there. Silver, GQ, yikes. It's a rough year for those things. So coming into the new year, we had seen a little bit of buying in what I call the really worthless rocks, although like once again I jest, but some of the coals and stuff like that. So we take a look at the XME, and this year we looked at this, trying to find a bottom for the commodities in here, and you can see that inside month here, and then an inside month here. Now, just not really going gangbusters, and sometimes it takes a little bit to turn these trends around, but at least we got that. And if you look at FCX, you're going to see something like that down here, inside month and back up, and that was an inside month and trying to go outside. So we'll see if we can get some of those commodities going. Some of the steels already gained some strength mid-year. You can see a Nucor coming up, letter X coming up, and you know, when you take a really long-term chart like X, and you can see, yikes, it takes a while to turn around, but been basing for a very long time in here, which makes it interesting coming into the new year. If you look at something like CLF, you know, what a debacle that was coming off the lows, but now trying to walk up, and you can see here, this higher highs it keeps making and higher lows, just kind of trying to channel up, see if it can do it one more time and finally get through this line and use this as support coming into the new year. Also, coal, WLT, yikes. And just when you look at these monthly charts, just a disaster. And people are like, should we buy it? I'm like, this is no way a buy. You can see your inside month here, trying to work its way back up, and now going to open up the year as an inside month. So we'll see if there's any hopes for those commodities to start off the year. Another interesting group to start off the year is going to be the home builders, and you can see this home builder consolidation almost the entire year. And just in the last few months, we had our inside month, and now pokes its head up in November, and now December taking this stuff out. So potentially this could just be a beginning of a breakout to start off the year, which would be good for a little sector rotation, get something new going, get some home builders going. The real question here is, you know, I don't like to make long-term predictions because we're trading you know, the price action we have in front of us. So the question here more immediately is going to be, are we going to see any action on the 2nd, or the big players going to wait until next week? So far, lackluster sessions for these 2 holiday weeks. So the question is, do we come in and start throwing money at the market on Thursday, or are we going to hold off and see what kind of stuff comes up next week? So that's it for Happy Old Year. I hope everybody has a good night tonight. Happy New Year. I'll see you in 2014 right here on the VTF at T3 Live.